Brazilian crowds are like
the best in the world. I hope I don't upset anyone else in the world by saying that.
Oi, gente. Hoje a gente tá aqui com a Gabrielle Aplin. Ela acabou de fazer um show incrível no Brasil e tá lançando um novo álbum. Hi, Gabriel. Hi. How are you?
I love the switch.
How are you?
Very well, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
So, you're releasing a new album. And
Yes.
there's a song called Skylight, which is a partnership with Zeeba.
Yes.
So how that came out? Did you know Zeeba before?
No. I do now. I'm a fan, and actually, I feel like what I believe happened from my end. My team sent you the whole album, right? And you picked. That is what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm checking. I haven't been lying to everybody all week. But I thought we were going to like collaborate, and then actually he just cracked on and wrote an amazing verse, and actually just sent you just did it. You just got on with it, and sent us.
Kind of fast, right?
Yeah, and I just
Actually, this is the first time we were speaking. This is the first time, so it's
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
it's all,
in,
emails and the song, and
Yeah.
it came once, and
You guys didn't record it together?
no, we haven't met
Oh
in
my
real life.
God.
This is the first time we've spoken real time. We've spoke on messages, but not on
Not live.
in real life. But yeah, he just wrote an amazing verse, and when I heard it, I was like, okay, great, this
That's
is perfect.
it.
This is amazing. I never, I'm so glad I didn't get involved now because it's just
Yeah, that's amazing. Eu tô aqui também com o Zeeba hoje pra ele falar um pouquinho mais sobre a canção que eles têm em conjunto, que chama Skylight. Oi, Zeeba, tudo bem? Como é que você tá?
olá, olá, e aí, gente? Agora no português, né? Fiquei muito feliz aí com o convite da Gabrielle. Como ela disse, ela mandou um álbum para eu escolher uma música pra gente fazer, e a Skylight foi uma que eu achei que tinha essa vibe de dueto, assim, que encaixou muito esse negócio da gente ser uma conversa na música. E aí foi super rápido, como a gente estava falando. Ela mandou para mim as músicas, eu vi um espaço ali para fazer um verso, eu mandei, eles gostaram assim de primeira, e eu acho que a música ficou maravilhosa. É muito legal ver os plays assim no mundo todo também. Eu fui ver hoje e ela está sendo mais tocada hoje em Paris, depois nos Estados Unidos, depois no Brasil em terceiro. Assim, é legal ter esse alcance mundial, assim, né, quando a gente faz essas colaborações. Então, muito feliz, né? Fiquei muito feliz com o convite. Né? Eu não conhecia também a Gabrielle, e depois que eu fui ouvir as músicas, eu achei ela uma artista incrível. Então, muito bacana também que ela tem coisas aqui no Brasil, né? Tem música na novela. Então, é muito interessante. Essa parceria foi muito bacana. Fiquei muito feliz com o convite. I'm really happy. I was really happy with the invite and how it's different. Just so I translate to her, right? So.
I was hearing the odd word. I was like, okay, no, yes.
No, yeah, I'm saying that it was an amazing. The Skylight for me was like the song perfect for a duet. It felt like it was the right song for a conversation, and so that's why I chose that one. And I felt like it became this. I already loved the song how it was before, and I felt like it was really good to be part of it. And and sum it up, and it's cool that you have also this connection with Brazil, and and you have a song in the novela, and all.
I understood that bit in Portuguese when you said that. I got that bit.
So I'm really happy to be part of it.
Oh no, we're happy to have you. Thank you.
E ela comentou que vocês nunca tinham se visto antes. Essa é a primeira vez que vocês conversam ao vivo, assim, juntos, né? Numa live.
Sim, a gente conversou assim pelo Instagram, aí depois por e-mail, né, trocamos, né, ela me mandou a versão, aí eu escrevi, mandei, eles gostaram, e foi assim super rápido, foi muito legal. E a gente tava de se encontrar no Brasil, acabou que eu tinha essa viagem marcada que acabou colidindo aí com as datas. Então eu tô na Europa, ela tá no Brasil.
Trocaram.
Trocamos, exato. Mas é isso, primeira vez conversando aí pessoalmente, não, diretamente.
Então é isso, Zeeba. Muito obrigada pela sua participação.
Valeu, gente. Um beijo, Gabrielle. I have to come to UK to visit
Oh
you.
yes, I'll be your tour guide.
Amazing, I love that. Okay, you guys have a lovely interview. Valeu, gente da Alfa. Um beijo para todo mundo e até a próxima aí.
Thank you.
Tchau.
Ciao.
All right. Bye bye.
So how was your concert on Saturday? I was there and I have to say I was moved. It was beautiful.
Good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I loved it. I had a great time. I thought it was amazing.
Brazilian crowds are like
the best in the world. I hope I don't upset anyone else in the world by saying that. But like, you know, my fans are always, I genuinely I'm not just saying this, but anytime I have an event or anything where like my fans come to something, people always tell me that they're just really nice people. And the same here, except everyone sings everything really loud and it's just even better. Like just it's so nice. Yeah.
And how many days have you been here in Brazil?
Nearly 1 week.
1 week. That's nice.
Yes.
And we saw on your Instagram that you try coxinha.
Coxinha.
But you're vegan, right?
Yeah, vegan.
Vegan coxinha.
Jaca?
Jaca. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Did you try anything else?
Feijoada.
Feijoada.
What were they? Pastel.
Pastel.
Nice. And oh my god, I love a caipirinha. Caipirinha de
love
banana.
It.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
That's really, really
I've
nice.
had too many caipirinhas. I shouldn't have any more. Really.
And you have an exposition of the album happening here in São Paulo. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So. I love to be very visually inspired, and I had really enjoyed using the sun to create these images, and it was such a big part of the project and such a big part of the theme that I really wanted to make a thing of the visuals. And I'm so glad I did, and it's been an amazing opportunity to be able to come here and exhibit all the prints. It's been nice. Fans have been coming down to the gallery and getting their own prints and stuff, so it's just really cool. Yeah,
I saw the picture. It's just beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So one of the singles of the album, it's Call Me. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Where did the inspiration came from?
So I was actually explaining the word flake to my team earlier. It's like, you know, when during the lockdown, I was sat and I was wishing, oh my God, I wish I had gone out, or I wish I had done that thing, or I wish I didn't do that thing. Because I just always thought there'd be more opportunity. Yeah. I was a flake. And it's about wanting, you know, it's so simple. It's literally like, oh, if you changed your mind, I've changed my mind too, so call me. Yeah. It was a very reflective song from a very reflective time, and that's just kind of how I was feeling at the time when we were stuck in our homes. I wish I'd made more experiences, so I had more memories to carry me through that isolated time.
Yeah, that's really nice. You said before that in your album you had a lot of freedom in the creative part.
Definitely.
Why is that so important to you?
Because I want to feel like an artist all the time. I think it's really important for artists to be artists. I think when, you know, I think teams should be heavily involved and everyone has a job. But I think at least for the creation side of things, the work is more successful if artists are allowed to be artists. Yeah, that's right. I'm very lucky to have a great team that really value my creative.
Yeah. And you said that the album, there's a lot to do with nature, right?
Yes, it's very connected to nature. So when I was recording, it wasn't why I chose a studio, but the the studio I found out was partially powered by renewable energy from heat source from the fields. And I just thought that was really cool, and it made me think about how I can incorporate the natural energies into other areas of the album, like the artwork and using the sun to print the images. Yeah. And then just even how we make things like the vinyl and CDs more environmentally friendly, and just even the environmental aspects of where we recorded it and where I wrote the songs, very connected to nature and animals, and it just felt like it was very connected to my life as well in that way. There was kind of a lovely syncopation between nature and my work at that time.
That's really nice, because I never saw anyone talking about how vinyls have been made and how important it is to be in a sustainable way.
Yeah. So there's loads of new ways now. There's bioplastic and loads of really cool ways. I was able to use this thing called EcoMix, which is all of the scraps from making vinyl that would go in the bin. They remelt it down to make new ones. But it's really cool because there's all different colours. So each one is entirely unique and it has its own pattern and its own colour. Yeah. It was really nice for fans because they were able to open them and have a surprise of which one they was going, what they were going to have. It's cool.
That's really nice. And there's that picture with you in the little lamp. Was it a
lamp?
Yeah,
it's a lamp. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so cute.
Oh, I love a lamp. Yeah, I love
that animals. Was really, really pretty. You had a very creative like part of your life and then suddenly locked down. You're locked inside a house. But now we can return to the States again.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Really, really exciting, actually. I think especially because these songs were made at such an isolating time, I wanted the album to not be a lockdown album. I wanted it to feel like a coming together. So like the recording process was not isolated at all. It was very human. Everything had a physical space. And then I guess like the final completion was to like play these songs physically in real life to people. I think that's when the songs will be fully complete. So especially playing them the other night here in Sao Paulo was amazing. Like, to hear people singing them in real life, it was amazing.
No, it was so pretty. I was there and I was like moved. I was, oh my God, that's so cute. I recorded everything. I want to record it every second because I was like, that's so nice. And you said in one interview that making this album was like making your first album all over again.
Yes.
And what lessons have you learned as a person and as a musician since then?
So, since then, I think it might have been the lockdown. A lot of people reevaluated what they were doing in that time. So, I mean, sorry. Musically, with my previous album, as much as I really enjoyed it, I was writing with lots of different producers and traveling all around. I did some in Scandinavia, all over the UK, some in America. And it was a very traveled album, but because I was writing with producers, I then had to go and teach myself how to play the songs I'd written. And that's weird as a songwriter.
Yeah.
And that was fine. It was a really fun experience for me. But when I made this album, because I was just writing everything at home on my piano or my guitar, I was able to play that album from start to finish. I could perform it before it was even recorded. And I think I realized that was very, very important to me as a songwriter and a singer-songwriter to be able to do that. So that's definitely something I learned in this process. And then during that time, I moved back to the countryside in the southwest of England, where I'm from. And it's a much slower life. I get to be with my animals, and I've started doing like volunteer work on like a charity farm. And, you know, I've just basically decided during this process to really prioritize those things that are important to me, and that's nature and animals and vegetables. I love vegetables. I've been growing vegetables. It's like one of my hobbies. And just learning that I've really prioritized that, and also prioritizing my creativity. I made the album in the same studio with the same people as my first album, so it felt like a real full circle moment. But that was, you know, I was 17 when I started doing that first one, and now I'm 30, and we got to do it again, like as adults, you know. It was a really special time, yeah.
That's really nice. And what animals do you have? I got curious.
I can tell you in Portuguese. Eu tenho.
Yeah, that's right.
What's 3? Don't tell me. 3
Yes.
cachorros.
Oh my God, yeah.
E 2 patos.
Really?
Sim.
Ducks?
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And at the farm we have like horses, llamas, and like sheep and all the other stuff. But it's for like pigs. They have it's for like children from the cities can come to stay on the farm and experience like nature. And for people, like for kids, you know, in lower economic backgrounds who have never experienced like spending time in the countryside, it's for them. But I don't really work with the children. I work more with like cleaning the animals and just feeding them and stuff. It's really nice.
That's really nice. Yeah. What would you say are the important albums of your life now, the most important ones? The 3 ones, the most important
So I think Blue by Joni is still like up there as my most important. Morning Phase by Beck.
Amazing.
All of those, I mean, are very important to me, and especially Pink Moon. You know, he's an English singer-songwriter, but for me, my favorite album, and one of my like artists I really cherish at the moment is Little Sims. Her new album, No Thank You, I listen to it every day. Honestly, I think that's one of the most special albums in my life at the moment.
And what other artists like inspire you composing this album?
Lots of singer-songwriters, like I said, Joni. I love Karen Carpenter, but also I'm a huge fan of house music. I love house music. I was really inspired when I was writing by like Bicep, Fred again, very much so. And yeah, I love singer-songwriter music. I was actually also really inspired during the lockdown. I was watching a lot of the Tiny Desk performances as well. Yeah. I really love those, yeah.
Yeah. A few years ago, you participated in a recording of a soap opera here in Brazil called Totalmente Demais.
Yes.
How was that? You knew something about Brazilian soap operas before?
I knew, but I didn't know how much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we have soap operas in the UK, but they're not cool like they are here. Like, they're not cool. So it was the wildest experience. It was just wild, like being in a big TV studio. Actually just going, like that my first time in Brazil. Like, it was just mad that was why I was here. And it's crazy that it's happening again with Skylight now.
Yeah.
It was just a mad experience. Yeah, crazy.
And recently you take a break from work, went to Ibiza,
Yes.
right? How fun did you have? This importance of like breaks are really important to you, right?
Actually, before that, I'd never been on holiday before.
Really?
As an adult, I used to go to like the seaside with my parents as a kid, but I started working, as full-time as a musician when I was 18, and I think I used to get quite anxious because I would travel a lot for music and my career, that I never took time and went away because I was almost like anxious to go away. And so after that lockdown, I was like, no, I have to prioritize. So I went on my first like holiday as an adult, and it was so amazing.
Really?
I wanted to go to Ibiza because I wanted to go to some of like the famous like nightclubs and see some DJs. Like I told you, I love dance music, so I got to go to Pasha, which is one of like, the most famous ones, and it was amazing. And I will definitely be trying to do it again. Yeah, it's so cool. I love it though.
That's really nice. You should take a vacation here in Brazil.
I'm going to go to Rio.
Rio, it's amazing.
You've already decided.
You should go there. You're going to have a lot of fun.
I love it. Yeah.
And traveling and experiences different countries, it's really important to you, right?
Yes, I love it.
Does that influences your music?
Definitely. All of my experiences do. And I think also just my experience with traveling really changes you as a person, and that just goes into things I create. One of my favorite things about traveling is I love to try and soak up as much culture as I can. I love experiencing cultures that are different to my own and learning about them. So like here in Brazil, that's why I've been trying so much food. I love to, when I travel to a different country, to try the food, because I feel like that's a real universal way to get to know another culture.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so obsessed with food in other countries. So yeah, I just love getting involved. I love to experience it.
Okay, so last but not least, what are your plans now for 2023 music-wise?
I have big plans. So I want to release. So when I recorded Phosphorescent, I had a couple more songs. So I would love to finish them and release them as extras. One of my fans had translated loads of my songs into Portuguese for me. So I'd love to record some of my songs in Portuguese.
Yeah.
And also just hope to travel and play my songs. That's what I really want to do. I feel so lucky. Like if I could just keep doing what I'm doing now, that's fine. I don't feel like I need anything more. I'm just, really, really happy to be here. So,
That's amazing. I'm really excited to see what you got next.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, thank you.
Stuck in a